Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Mark's Virtual Real Estate Channel. We're back in Upland, and as usual, we're here to discuss some of the many problems Upland is having and how they are impacting players. I wish I didn't have to do these videos, but unfortunately, they just keep coming up over and over again. So a few problems have happened in Upland recently, but this most recent one really highlights a major issue they have. And it really shouldn't be an issue. That's what kind of frustrates me about this is it would be so easy to fix. So easy. But they won't do it, which makes me wonder, well, do they just not care? Are they just that limited on manpower that they can't fix simple things? Or is it they just don't care and they think it doesn't matter that they fix the simple, easy things? So what is this simple, easy thing? Well, first off, if we go to all the different stuff that Upland has. Hold on. So we've got to go to so many different places to find news or events on Upland. So we go to Upland Medium, and Sao Paulo expansion is announced 11 hours ago on Upland's Medium. Now, I was clicking on this earlier trying to find something else, which was an issue too, and I randomly found this. There was no notification anywhere. I can't see it on any other part of Upland. Maybe it's in the Discord, I'm not sure. But this stuff happens over and over again. And this isn't like an expansion that's happening in a couple of weeks. It's happening in 2 days. Less than 48 hours from now is the expansion in Sao Paulo. Now, maybe they just assume that people don't care so much that they don't even need to announce it, because this is probably one of the most boring expansions we've had in a long time. Sao Paulo is, I'm not saying it's not a nice city, but just as far as Upland goes, it hasn't had very good expansions yet, and they're having another one. So, it's just so odd to me that they're doing this. They just had a Paris expansion for one neighborhood last week. A couple weeks before that, they had a Paris expansion, and then before that, we had a really long time between anything. And of course, there were problems with that Paris expansion too. So if you guys saw my video on that Paris neighborhood, I minted 2 properties. I had 2 properties. It said these are being minted to the blockchain, and they did not mint to the blockchain. All of a sudden, it froze up. Someone else got them. Someone else got those properties. Now, I went to the Discord, told X1 the Gamer. Of course, his first response was, well, you're just too slow. You need to be faster next time. I'm like, no, I minted the property. It didn't work. And again, he's like, well, yeah, it's really competitive. You're too slow. Go be faster next time. I'm like, okay, I'll try again. I minted the property. It said it's being minted, and then it didn't work. And again, he said the same thing. And finally, I'm like, okay, is this how the game is supposed to work? Is you mint a property, it says it's minting it, and someone else gets it. And he's like, send me the video, and I'll have someone look at it. I'll send it to the developers. So I did. I sent him the video, and of course, heard nothing since then. I don't know if he actually sent the video to anybody, but when I made that video, I had probably at least 10 people say the exact same thing happened to them. They had properties minted. It said it was minting to the blockchain. It did not work. There's been no announcement about that. There's been no information about that. Just radio silence. So even though we see announcements for other items and other issues quite a bit, and that's the other issue too, is we've got our chat here, and then we've got updates here to find information in another spot. They just put stuff all over the place, and why isn't it working? Is that it? I don't know. Like, finding stuff on here is difficult, to say the least. Nope, that's from before. I don't know. I feel like I was in the update here. Well, they just said there was an error with the leaderboard. They're working on it. So on some errors, they tell us what's going on. On other errors that they don't want to deal with, they seem to just kind of leave us in the dark. But, let's see. Sizzle pass. I don't know. Well, anyway, this shows how well this is working right now. there was the airdrop number 2. That's the whole reason I was on Upland. I'm like, wait a second. I saw some message pop up that said airdrop number 2. I did find out where it's at. It's live updates. There it is. There's what I was looking for. So I was on here trying to find the airdrop number 2 because that's when you go to Twitter, connect your account, you can get more Sparklet. I did airdrop number 1, got a ton of Sparklet doing that because I have a huge following on Twitter, even though I don't use Twitter that much, and I got a lot of Spark. Well, I never got these emails. Supposedly, here we'll read these, we're in the final stages of the Chapter 2 airdrop, even though this is the first communication I saw anywhere for this. I remember this kind of popping up, but I don't know if I read it, because I thought it was something else, because I thought they would have given us more information. But anyway, but to ensure everything is perfect, we're pushing the release to Tuesday, August 27th, 2024. That's today. That's today, and it's over. We'll show you in a second. Players have 1 week to collect once it drops. We appreciate your patience as we finalize the drop. And then the 26th, which is yesterday, airdrop Chapter 2 emails have started going out. Not for me. I did not get any of them. I checked everywhere, checked my spam. I did not get them. Could be because I did so well in Season 1. I don't know. Or they just don't like me because of my videos, or because I challenged them on Discord. I'm not sure, but I did not get them. And please note, players will need to log in and collect their Sparklet before Tuesday, or it will be lost. So the way I found this then is I searched for Upland airdrop number 2. Okay, so I searched for airdrop number 2, and you've got this article from a month ago, which it says it's coming up, and then you've got this page, which is not linked to anywhere that I could find, but you go on here, and then, if I had clicked on it before, it says connect your Twitter account, which I did, and it says game has ended, Chapter 2 points converted to Sparklet, it's over. It's over. Even though it says the release is Tuesday, August 27th, which is today, I'm looking at my computer screen that confirms I'm not crazy, is over. So this is just some of the problems I have with Upland coming to fruition. Their communication is just awful. Their responses to people who ask questions because their communication is awful is snarky and rude. They ban people all the time from Discord. I think I might be immune for now because I have these videos. I could make a video about it if that happens, but who knows? It may happen at some point. And it's just rough right now. It's really rough. And the Paris City release was messed up. They didn't do anything to fix that. You have to search on Medium. You have to search on, their resources page here to look for information. You have to search on their chat or Discord to find information. But as you just saw, I would have to go back. Oh, there we go. This isn't easy to find on here either. There's literally an updates button that doesn't work and doesn't show you anything. So you have to go to channels and then find the announcements. But you have to click on announcements too. Or maybe, and then we can see Sao Paulo is being released here, which I never saw anywhere. I never saw this posted anywhere. But if you're on their Discord or you happen to click on the announcements, you might see it. Or click on live updates here. There's literally like 4 different spots to look for stuff. Or you might miss it. And some people might say, well, you just need to play more. You need to be more involved. I'm like, well, they said when it was happening, they said emails would be sent out, and they didn't do it. If they make the rules and lay out what's going to happen and they can't follow them, that's not on me, that's on them. And so it brings into question, is this a problem because they're too small and don't have the development or the budget, even though they've had huge fluctuations or huge amounts of money invested in them by groups? Either they don't care about making it easier and more, easier for players to find information, or they don't have the money to do it. But this is easy stuff. Like, it'd be so easy just to put it all in one place. But I think it's partially they're just lazy. They don't want to do that, so they just do whatever they feel like, and they just assume players will just figure it out, and that's the player's fault if they can't find it. It's not theirs. And that's kind of their attitude when you ask them about stuff on Discord, ask them about stuff on YouTube. Like when I asked about how I found charts and information on new players and different things. I asked them that on Discord, and they said, well, you just need to go read the blockchain. I'm like, I don't know how to read the blockchain. Do you know how to read it? And they wouldn't answer. They just avoid the question until very clearly they had no idea how to read it either. And this whole time they have the marketplace analytics on Upland. Just search for Upland Marketplace. This shows literally kind of what I was asking for, but they wouldn't tell me what that is. Now, what's interesting is this has stopped August 4th. So I'm wondering if they stopped updating this because they don't want people to see the downward trends that we're on. I'm not sure. So Paris, this is the Paris release. It was better than what they've had recently, but it's also one of the biggest, most popular cities in the world. So you would hope it would do better, but it definitely did not do anything close to their previous releases. This is back when it was so much more fun with big cities, cheap prices, markets where you could resell stuff, lots of collections. Collections actually had value. Some collections have value now, the rare ones and ultra rare, but the small collections don't really have any extra value. And they've just driven it into the ground. And I'm hoping, and people say, well, you should quit, you should get out of here. I have money invested in this. And I'm hoping that someday someone good will start running it. They'll get bought out. They'll sell. Something happens to make Upland good again. And for the people who will comment, I know they will, and say that I just don't know how to play the game. I'm not a gamer. I should just be happy. I know you're trying to protect your investment. I know you want Upland to do good because you have lots of money invested in it, just like me. But I'm going to be honest about it. I'm going to say how I feel. If I don't think they're doing good, I'm going to say that because there's a small part of me that thinks if we speak out, if we talk about this, if we let the world know, maybe they'll get better. Maybe someone else will help them get better. Maybe they'll realize things aren't going well. I would think they would already do that, or maybe they think things are going fine. Maybe their priorities are not making the players happy. Maybe their priorities are just squeezing out as much money as they can, and they are happy to do that. So for now, obviously, I'm not real happy with where the game's going. I'm not real happy with releases not working right. Not real happy with not being notified about airdrops and different stuff that they're pushing so hard right now. Not getting emails. I know I did talk to some other people who got the emails, so they did send some out, but they said they were super late. It was almost over. I don't even know if they told anybody, really. Maybe they just kept it to their friends about who was going to be, getting the money, or pretty much the money on Twitter, and who's going to be splitting it with the rewards. So that's a little concerning as well. I would love to know when it actually started. When did airdrop number 2 start, and when did it actually end? Because obviously it did not start and stop based on their updates, because it would still be going by now, I think, according to what they said, unless they're just so grossly bad at communicating. That's not what it meant. It actually meant something else. Again, you'd think they would tell us all of these things or have some kind of update or some kind of information somewhere, but they don't. And what's sad is it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all. We're used to it. So that's all I've got. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you're doing. And I'm happy to answer questions. I'll have another video. Not sure when. Not sure how excited I am about doing one. I'm not going to Sao Paulo. I don't care about that. I have other stuff to do. I'd rather actually be working and doing real estate stuff in real life than messing around in Sao Paulo on Upland. So good luck if anybody goes down there, and we'll be back.